It's week 2 of the 2024 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chargers and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next on
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert to throw right away. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 21 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their 2nd-year quarterback now, the number 1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The numbers for Brooks a week ago. 20 carries, 123 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Right. Now here's Young. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And some room to roll now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Young to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Fighting through. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The play fake, now Young. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Brooks. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Henley.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Herbert now. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hayden Hurst taking it in, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Carolina getting set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Young.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
Come on, set. Set.
Now Young fakes a sweep and looks to throw off play action.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fights loose. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Evades the tackler and now some space. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Young working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ready. Set.
He completes this one to Mingo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here we go. Set. Ready. Go.
Young going to give to Brooks. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go. Here
From
we
the
go.
32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing, Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And bulldozing his way through. Still going. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards on the ground. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They run once more with Edwards. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Herbert. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That one complete till again. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Now Young. It's complete to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Young now.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
Young off the play fake. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready?
Young to throw it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
3rd down, Young from the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Set. Ready.
Here's Young. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Drill. 52. Come on. Set.
Hubbard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Brooks.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Set. Set.
It's Young off play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On play action, Young.
Got a man, that's Leggett.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And really burst onto the scene in his last year in South Carolina. 2nd in the SEC in receiving yards with 1,255. But you see the style, explosive, physical. Tough matchup for any corner.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Young will set to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Hut, hut.
To throw, Young. Flush to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Set, hut.
Now here's Young.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 8-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Hut.
Young. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Bryce Young.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27. The drive will start with an option going left.
There he goes again.
inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Ladd McConkey with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
White. Ready.
They go play action. Young. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down, and one less down to try and get it.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. On the return, Jackson. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Flushed out right. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Off the play fake, Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And running with power here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Jamison Williams
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Herbert now. And this one finds McConkey.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That one complete to McConkey.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Herbert to throw. That's again complete to Palmer. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Herbert.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Finding Edwards.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Here's first down.
Let's go now.
Now Young. That's caught by Mingo right side.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready?
Young to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, set.
Young. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
Again, it's Edwards. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Los Angeles, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-1, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.